Hello, pretty woman. So, today we're going to talk about pretty tips. Are you staying pretty in your energy, and how do you do that? And what kinds of things can you bring into your present, everyday life that becomes something like a daily practice? Because what we find when we're trying to embody a new energy, which is really our true energy, we need to feel like what makes this a daily thing. And what makes it a daily thing is knowing what you want to feel, and making progress. I love Tony Robbins for some of his stuff because he says that progress equals happiness. And I believe that 100%. I feel more productive, and when I'm flowing in that progress, I feel happier. I need to feel like I'm moving through things, not just ruminating on them, but really making things happen. And one of the most important things that we need to do when we're creating change in our life, when we're creating embodiment, and really allowing ourselves to be with that best self, we have to control the mind. We have to stand guard at the door of our mind. And by creating a daily practice, then we start to become what we do, right? So when you're standing at the guard of your mind, it means you are not giving in to the fear tactics of this world and the fear tactics of the stories we've been telling ourselves, or maybe the familial stories that we heard when we were little kids growing up, and we allowed ourselves to get stuck in a groove of digging deep into our fears so that we somehow felt that that was success or that was progress. So let's talk about some things that help us, that are pretty tips that are going to keep you on track. If you do these things every day, then you're going to be making progress, and that progress is going to translate into happiness. The first thing we're going to talk about is feed your heart with something new every day. I don't mean feed your mind. I mean feed your feeling centers. And one great way to do that is to get on YouTube, put your headphones on, and listen to 5 or 10 minutes of sound healing. I recommend that when you're really getting to know the frequencies of healing, the higher frequencies bring you into embodiment, and then the super higher bring you into connection with your spirit. So if you're feeling like you need to be more embodied, hang out around the 432, 528 range. And if you're feeling like you just can't break the barrier of the mind, then shoot yourself up into those upper ranges in the 7, 8, and 9 ranges of the megahertz. And just look up sound healing on YouTube. You're going to find a ton of stuff on it. The second thing I wanted to share with you as a second tip is share something with another that is motivating you in your life. Start talking about what your aspirations are through sharing inspiration and motivation to the world around you. Just little encouragements. Being a negative Nelly because we get in these ruts isn't doing anybody any good. And I wouldn't really think that would be your rut, but we all get into that little stinky place. So share something that motivates you with somebody else. Small inspirations, small services to other people's joy, whether it's just a compliment or whether you see it's something that they're doing that you've really noticed is of benefit. Your heart will become uplifted. You will feel more pretty when you give motivation or you inspire. Another way to share that is share your story in our group. Share your little successes, share your joys, and motivate. And you're going to find, like, when you're down and you get on that little Mystic and the Monk app and you realize, hey, I'm looking for something. I just need one little thing to lift me up. Share a meme, share a story. It takes 10 seconds. Put yourself out there. You know how much it means to others when you're able to do it for them, and then you really know how much it means to you when they're able to do it for you. So share that joy. The other thing I was going to say as number 3 is success leaves clues. So for our third tip, let's talk about looking around your life and looking at what you've been involved in or what you're doing that's actually a success or a progress in your life. Remember, progress equals happiness. So look for the things that are furthering your pretty energy instead of the things that are attacking them. For number 4, find somebody or some bodies that you really want to emulate. Those friendships, those people that you really look up to. Connect with them, send them a text, bring them closer into your life, reach out. I think a lot of times we think that we're bugging people, but it feels so good to get a text. It feels so good to get a motivating text that says, hey, you're beautiful. I think you are one of the most wonderful people in my life, and I just wanted you to know that, and send them some joy and some inspiration. Do that regularly. Make it an effort to serve them in some way. They're bringing light into your life. Emulate them by getting acquainted with what their rhythms are and how they are, who they are in the world. And then bring that in a little closer and feel the happiness that you feel when you're surrounding with people. You're surrounding yourself with people that you really, really admire. And you might not have a lot of time. So quick messages, voicemails, text is probably one of the best ways. I love to do voice audios, which is that little mic in the corner of your text box. If you can't do that, you can check in maybe in little ways like your neighbor, leave a note. Get old-fashioned, send some snail mail, but make a concerted effort. This is something that's going to take 5 minutes of your time, but it's going to bring love and light into somebody else's life that you admire. And 100%, the closer you bring that energy in, the more you're going to light up your own world. The last one I want to bring up is move your body. Move your body. It doesn't matter if it's for 5 minutes. There's that song. Some of you work with me in session work, and we love to move our bodies. We love to share songs with each other that get us up and going. We'll share each other texts back and forth. We have it in common that we like to groove, and there's nothing that's going to light up your world. And physically, viscerally, because viscerally means feeling it, that's going to shift you into that deeper self than to move your body. So move your body. Find connection with somebody that you want to emulate. Remember that success leaves clues. So look around your life and see what motivates you, and then motivate others with that same energy. Listen to your heart. Make sure that you're connecting with your heart in some way. Remember, that was the sound healing piece. This is where we create an environment where our heart for a second is being at rest and at peace with us. That 2-minute reset that I sent you all, I'll send it out again. It's 2 minutes. 2 minutes of oh, breathe. Oh, bring my mind down to my heart. Breathe, rest, right? You know how that feels, and it feels great. Remember that we're made to grow, and when we're feeling that progress, we're going to be in our happiness. Stand guard at the door of your heart. When you stand guard at the door of your mind, when your heart is connected to really being in this energy, using these tips and keeping aware of how your energy field is involved in these things like sound healing and heart-centered, intentional sharing, moving your body, and keeping the people close to your life that you want to emulate. You really bring into your realm the essence of your true beauty. Have a beautiful day, everyone, and I'm so glad that we're connecting this way together.